So now we talk about Pythagoras' theorem. So Pythagoras was just an old Greek dude. I like to imagine he looked like this. This is someone drew it. But anyway, this is what he did. He looked at a right angle triangle and he noticed something particularly interesting about the right angle triangle. So here we have a right angle triangle. You can see it's a right angle because it's got a right angle right there. And what he did was take the longest side, which we call the hypotenuse. And once he had that hypotenuse there, he drew a square hanging off the hypotenuse, just like that. Now you can see this particular triangle at the moment, it has a hypotenuse of length 5.63, and therefore the area of that square is 31.69. Now I can move this triangle around, and obviously it's going to change those lengths. But anyway, that's our hypotenuse, and that's the area of the square hanging off of it. And then he drew two more squares, one square hanging off that side and another square hanging off that side. Now what you'll notice is that's about 23, that's about 10. Add them together, you get about 33. This one, 32.37. In fact, this is Pythagoras' theorem, and you might already be familiar with it. C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared. So that length, that square, 32.37, is equal to that square, 9.49, plus that square. And it doesn't matter how big our triangle is or what the difference is between the lengths or how short or how long this thingy is or how big the triangle is. This will always be true. This blue square, this big square hanging off the hypotenuse, will be equal to these two small squares hanging off the two shorter sides. Now, this is not a formal mathematical proof, but it's a good, what we would call a construction. And you can see that I can't really break this construction. It doesn't really matter how I move this triangle around. It still is the blue square is equal to the sum of these two other squares, although that hypotenuse label got left behind. Okay, that is an intro to Pythagoras' theorem.